Mornings with Miss You Graham. I am Patricia Frudenberg, also known as Patty, founder and CEO of Miss You Graham. And here is where we tribute, cope, and share. And we have a new spin on morning. So when you wake up in the morning, we want to help you motivate, elevate, and inspire. I'm gonna say it every time. I think I made up that word, but it doesn't matter because I think you know what it means. And it means just to feel better, get inspired. And the hardest thing you could ever experience, in my opinion, is grief, is losing somebody that you love or that you admired. It's a really difficult time in life, but it's not anything that we can escape. At some point, we're all going to suffer from one type of grief or another. So I'm here to be a little disruptive because it stinks to deal with grief. And sometimes you're dealing with grief just because it's an anniversary. It could have been something that happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Some people, like my mom, oh, over 45 years ago, my grandma died, and my mom's mom, and my grandma died a couple years ago, and I still deal with the grief, but it's about how we cope, and everybody copes differently. And we are here creating a community to help each other. What works, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help you and also find well being because I want to help you live your best dash because nobody's promised tomorrow. I hope we all live triple digits, especially if you have your health and your mind. But I don't want to get off course. I also say this every episode. And if you know me, I'm good for it. I go a lot of lanes, but at the same time, in the same direction. It's about well being and motivating yourself and realizing that, grief is one of the hardest things. And if you could get over grief and then help other people get over it, and you know what? There's something empowering about getting over an adversity, and especially the hardest one of all, which is losing somebody that you love. And with that being said, today we are doing tributes and we do rotate, but sometimes we'll, mix in the other topics, which is tribute, cope, and share. We are looking forward to having some surprise guests coming up, but right now we are going to start off with birthdays in heaven, and I have been doing that every day on LinkedIn before Clubhouse and before Facebook. My LinkedIn network is amazing, helping each other, thriving our business. And, I always shout out to birthdays. Birthdays are just so much fun. And you know what? If somebody's in heaven having a birthday, let's remember them. Let's remember them. And this is what Mr. Graham is about. It's about sharing what's on your heart. And again, paying tribute because you know what? Everybody was here with a purpose. And if it's somebody you love, hopefully you knew what that purpose was and you could rejoice in their memory of their birthday. So today we're going to remember somebody that I believe was known globally, but if you were from the United States, you definitely knew who he was. His name is Kobe Bryant, and here we go. Here's a little clip I just put together, and enjoy. Let's see what happens here. Let me see. Uh-oh. Okay. Wait, let me see. Is it working? I'm not sure. Okay, that's not. All right, so with that, I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to find it this way. Just give me a second. I think I could do this. It's my first time sharing a video, and I wanted it to be special, but let's go. Practice makes perfect. What could I say? Yes, that was Kobe Bryant, and I did like to share his birthday in heaven. And also today I'm going to share my second book because I also was inspired by besides, if you know my story, if you go to MrGraham.com, in the menu under my name, Patricia Frudenberg, you'll see my story. I still am a beautician. I have been for 30 plus years. And my clients were the inspiration and the key to unlock what was my purpose. And I feel like I was just picked for this mission, and now it's a global um, it's a global mission. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. And Miss You Graham is only just the beginning of legacy giving. And in that mission, when I was inspired, I was also inspired when I started developing the operation system and just starting the ball rolling. I would, of course, well, I always had this. Obviously, obituaries and memorials are always in the newspaper. That's been around for over 100 years, and always looked at them because it's like I just to pay honor, like people are posting their loved ones. And again, that was part of the inspiration as well. Like I said, my clients sharing and seeing them feel better after being able to give them a space to talk about how they feel and about their loved one. And then, I started cutting out the memorial. So the first book was a little book. It filled up pretty fast, and it's bittersweet because, like, it filled up fast, so it's sad that there's so many people passed away. But hey, that's again life. Let's just embrace what God gives us. Sometimes it's a tragedy. Sometimes it's way too soon. It doesn't seem fair, but you can't undo it. You can't unbake a cake. So you know what? Let's just live life as best as we can and hold on to the good memories. And I feel like that's what these tributes are for. So I started my book too, and I will be making it in digital when I fill it up some more. This is a new one, and I'm naming this one after this live show called, Miss You Graham, Mornings with Miss You Graham, and Tribute Cope and Share, because that's what these memorials just signify to me. It's tributing, it's coping and sharing. And you know what? I'm just going to get my looking glass because I have one eye that's good, one eye that's not so good, and yeah, I know. I'm not gonna put my glasses on right now. I'm gonna put on my eyeglass, and I'm gonna just read a couple over here. And here's one. Casey, beautiful girl, lady, dearest Casey, we miss you very much. But we shared with you will never die. It lives within our hearts forever. Special angel in heaven, your loving family and friends. It just fills my heart with joy to know that people, they just want to keep remembering their loved one. And it could have, look, 2003, that's a long time ago, right? It's closer to, it's what, 18 years, 19, it's really um just amazing. And I'm so happy that we have Miss You Graham now. So now these could just last forever. But I'm making a book because, again, it's just beautiful to read. It's heartwarming. It's maybe not for everybody, and that's okay. But it might be for you. And you know what? If one person benefits from these live shows, which you know what I say to myself, I hope somebody benefits, because it then it makes it all worth the purpose. And again, we are building a global community, so this is a space for everybody to be able to communicate with each other, comment, share privately in a journal. Okay, but today now we're going to read Michael Nova. He was born in January on 21st, 1952. He passed away in August 13th, 2018. Not that long ago. And again, just for me, that's just still too young. But he's in heaven now. I mean, you believe whatever you think, spirits can only convert, energy can only convert. That's science 101. You could call it whatever you want. You could call it heaven, thin air, wave, light. I mean, I don't know. The list goes on and on. I just believe that there is a creator, and our energy can't be destroyed. So when our human experience transitions into something else, I call it heaven. But I just, I feel like heaven is on earth as well. So I feel like sometimes the sense of these loving spirits, like I know everybody that I personally know at some point experienced something that was extraordinary, and you just felt like it had to be like confirmation that your loved one is sending you a penny or a butterfly or that little birdie that's there just staring at you, and you know what, whoever knows anyway, it just feels so good to think that's what it is. Again, it's just a part of life, but we just want to embrace it, and that's what Mystery Grams about. And again, here I go, I'm going back to the memorials, but I just wanted to share because this is beautiful stuff. Let's just pick another page. There's just so many I can't even pick. Everybody's just so beautiful and wonderful. Happy 100th birthday in heaven. Ah, just what I was talking about. Birthdays in heaven. Look at that. Happy 100th birthday in heaven. I love that. I love that people, I also cut these out too because besides being inspired, just the idea that they get thrown away and now we have a digital era, so now they can last. It's like everlasting memories. I just love this. And you know what, I want to invite you to our new club. It's the second episode, live audio. It's called Legacy Cafe is the name of the room, and it's under the Miss You Graham Club. And now we have reached a little over 100 club members. So thank you so much to everybody that supports. This is an amazing, you know, beginning to a new way to share and get through loss. I have an amazing affiliate partner, Dr. Maria, and we are looking to do great things as well in the department of transition and how we cope and deal. And she has her own consulting agency. She's also a professor, and I'm excited to be getting certified to be a doula as well for a grievance. And yeah, so now let's see who else is here. It's funny too because since again I'm from New York, so I'm cutting out the New York memorials, and it's just hundreds, it's thousands that I have, but it just goes to show you I'm only in New York in one county, and there's so many papers around the world, and just to think there's so many people that just want to share, have a place to share, and now we have it. So let's spread the word and appreciate all the support so we could just make this better. So okay, here we go. Mike, and he was born October 2nd, 1953, and he passed away in January 16th, 2012. A beautiful soul, you and always will be. Oh, sorely missed and always loved, all your family. It's just so amazing, like how simple. Like some people don't even put their names. It's just they just want to put it out there into the universe. And we just hope that these spirits are with us and could hear us. But it's just feels so good to know they're remembered. And I do, like I said, I recognize some of the faces. It's amazing. I just recognize some of the names and faces. Karen Ann, born May 12th, 1972, passed away May 18th, 1982. Just a few days after her 10th birthday. And we love you and miss you, your family, relatives, and friends. Again, just I'll share. Let's see if we can see that picture. Let's see, the lighting's a little off. There she goes, right there. Yeah, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's so bittersweet because she's just a child, but again, we can't undo it, can't undo it. So you know what? Let's just celebrate her. Let's celebrate her memory. And here we go, Mary, happy times. No, no date. They just wanna say happy times when we were together. Hold memories, oh, that will last forever, for everlasting love. Andrew and family. Again, beautiful. Let me see. Oh, I recognize Robert too. Robert Evans. Roses are red, violets are blue. Snow White is there to say hi to you. Oh, it's you, Robert. Nice guy. Love Mom and Jean. Oh, how beautiful. And yeah, we just so you know what, I'm making the book, and um, I'll be sharing more of these on social. Let's do one more over here. We got Raymond. In memory of my son Raymond Johnson. Happy first birthday and 9 months in heaven. Aw, oh, you are loved and missed with your moms, brothers, sisters, and aunt. You will always be on our minds, in our hearts, and you will never be forgotten. See, that makes me feel good to know that, you know what, Mr. Graham is out there for all those beautiful people, and their families, so they could share and be remembered. So, we thank you for always contributing with moral support. And you know what? If you go to our website, you could go to t-shirts, and then you could support us with our mission slogan. We do contribute to the Red Cross. Today we had a meeting, and we were really happy to know that, you know what, a lot of effort. I was doing virtual work. Sometimes, we go in the field, but there was, still manpower because you have to set up for the shelters. Thankfully, Henry didn't do as much damage as was expected, at least in our area. I know some other places did get some floods and were affected, unfortunately. But we are a Prosper for Purpose company, and we do contribute partial proceeds to the Red Cross from our merchandise. So, you are doing, two for one, because you are supporting us so we can expand Miss You Graham. And you're also helping out the Red Cross because they're just humanitarian aid, supports everyone. And I'm also a proud volunteer, so I'm obviously gonna root for them. And I want to just share also that we have our Facebook group. So thank you all who received an invitation from me. If you want an invitation, just DM me on any of the socials. Just check out Miss You Graham. If it's not spelled with these hyphens, then you can do underscore. You'll find us. We pop up in Google. Just look for our socials. Come join us on Clubhouse. In about 20 minutes, I'm opening up the room, like I said, Legacy Cafe, where you can share warm memories of your loved ones that you miss and what's on your heart, or just lean in and listen. And we always welcome beautiful legacy stories. We're there, again, to motivate, elevate, and inspire. And of course, you can share, maybe that dark day that you had to say goodbye, your last kiss, the last time you seen them. But it's really not about that. It's okay to talk about it because it's part of it. But this room is really to just it's about you want to walk away feeling good. You want to walk away feeling good. Just like when you're at a cafe and you feel complete. You have your nice warm cup and maybe a nice conversation. And again, that's life. Okay, so I don't know what else to say, but hang in there if you are dealing with those feelings, or there are days that just seem a little bit more sensitive than others, just because of times of years, holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, and stuff like that. Just hang in there, and you could just again check out Miss You Graham. And our Android should be up and running soon, in the next about 48 to 72 hours. We are having some technical issues, but on the iOS app, you, I would love to see your posts. Again, you could do privately as well. And if you join our private Facebook group, then we are there sharing on how to navigate this app. And we are expanding it to make it easier and optimal for your use. So today I'm going to share a quote. I do like to share quotes. Sometimes I get excited and I end the room, and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to share the quote. But here I got it. And here is from Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Amen. What else can I say? I feel blessed that I love being a beautician. I love to serve. If you sit in my chair, you know what? Everybody knows your wish is my command. I treat you like a queen or a king. There are limitations, people, but you know what I'm saying. I like the customer experience to be as pleasurable and happy. I want you to leave not only looking good when I do your hair, but feeling good. And with Miss You Graham, I want the same. I want you to when you visit us or write on here or join our community, I want you to leave feeling like, you know what? I feel a little bit better, a little replenished, a spark, an inspiration, a resource, an idea, a chance, another door, whatever you want to call it. But as long as it's in the right direction, it's all good. So thanks again for joining us, and we really appreciate everything. So.